behalf of the administration at SUNY Canton, we appreciate your attendance. My name is Chris Taylor. I'm with the New York State Office of Fire Prevention and Control, and I do the inspections here on campus. October is actually actual Fire Prevention Month, National Fire Prevention Month. The one thing that we want to keep in mind is fire safety is something that we should really do every day. We don't know where or when that next fire is going to occur, and we need to be prepared. Many of you can probably remember back to elementary school, the fire department showed up, got a little fire helmet, maybe a tour of the fire apparatus, but that's not real true fire prevention things. We want to talk a little bit about some of those things today. One of the biggest problems that we have is there's a lot of misconceptions about fire. You guys are used to seeing fire in television and in the movies, and that's really not the way it is. And that's the reason that we're doing one of these live burns today, so that you can actually feel the heat from the fire. You can see how fast that fire spreads. You can see the smoke develop, and that's what really injures people in a fire. The United States has the best fire departments in the world. We have the best architects, engineers, fire protection systems, that every year we're killing almost 3,000 plus people in fire, and we've grown to accept that. We should be changing that philosophy. That's not acceptable. The biggest cause of fire in the United States is us, humans. We're the ones that cause fire and cause the spread of fire. Almost every fire that we have is preventable. And some of the things that we have that cause some of those fires are cooking, electrical issues, improper maintenance of equipment, smoking materials, things of that nature that cause the fires. What you see behind me is really just a mock dorm. If you think about this as any of the ones that you see on campus, but it could also be a bedroom in a private residence. And that's what we really want you to think about. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. A little bed, a little couch, a computer desk, some decorations and things on the wall. Everything that we have today, a lot of it is made up of plastics and synthetics, so it's going to really intensify the fire. Fire is extremely fast. It doubles in size every 30 seconds, so it's very critical that you have that smoke alarm that everybody pesters you on. Change the batteries, change your clock, change your batteries. Be sure that that device is working, because that cuts down the death rates by almost 50% when you have that smoke alarm. The other thing that people don't think about is how actually hot fire is. When you're sitting in the movie theater, you can't feel that heat. Today, you'll get a chance to experience some of it. Temperatures at ceiling level can be well over 1,000 degrees. At eye level, if you're standing up, it can be 800 degrees. Down on the floor level, if you remember back when the firemen came, it said stay low and go, right? Even at floor level, those temperatures can be 300 plus degrees. And your body's mostly made up of water. At 212 degrees, water boils. So think about what's happening to you when that fire's occurring. We need to get out. One of the benefits that you guys have on the SUNY Canton campus and the Canton community is a very good volunteer fire department. And I'd like you to give the Canton Fire Department a round of applause for being here today. They come out in all types of weather. A lot of people don't think about their fire protection. They're volunteers. These guys and gals are leaving their homes, leaving their workplaces, getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to come out and actually check to be sure that building is safe when the alarm goes off. They're putting themselves in harm's way, whether it's wintertime or during the rain or the hot summers. And a lot of training goes into that. So we're very happy to have them on board today, and they've been very, very proactive in working with our agency and the campus to enhance fire safety. As you'll see, as our fire begins to ignite, smoke alarm. See how quick that smoke alarm activates? That's giving you an early warning to get out of the building. That's telling you now it's time to get up and get going. That alarm, in this particular situation, is now going to require somebody to call the fire department. So time is of an essence. You'll see the flames start to develop. They will grow and actually burn up burn up the walls and come across the ceiling. We don't have a lot of time, and you want to be sure that you know how to get out of there. You can already see visible flames starting to come across there. When you see this stuff in the television and movies, you don't really get to experience the true nature of the fire. You can see that come across the ceiling now. That has a tendency to make it drop down. We're going to see that stuff drop down. If you were still in that fire, you were still in that bedroom, we would have some of those issues where now that's going to trap you. Or perhaps now it even falls on the fire as they start to come down, come and to enter in there. Fire department's going to take a few minutes to get to the fire scene. The time of alarm, it could be anywhere from 3 to 6 minutes. And that may just really depend on a lot of things, weather condition, time of day, those types of things. Fire, you can already see that those temperatures are starting to build inside you. We're only a couple minutes into this. The temperature inside that box is not survivable. There's no way at this point that you're actually going to be able to survive that type of business. You can see that smoke beginning to generate. That thick, dark, black smoke. That's what will cause people to become unconscious. It will cause them to become disoriented and not be able to think about how to get out of that fire. Can you feel a little bit of the heat? You start to feel that those temperatures start to rise. We're about 2.5 to 3 minutes into this fire, and if the door is open to your room, think about this. That alarm goes off. What's the best thing you can do? Try to contain that fire, right? Close that door. If the door is closed to that room, that's helping to keep those products of combustion inside. If those doors are left open, that fire is now filling the hallway, filling the corridor, and it's trapping any other escape for people out of that building. You start to feel a little bit of that heat now? Our smoke alarm has already gone, right? You're not even hearing that sound anymore. About 3.5 minutes in now, we're getting to a point where everything, it's called flashover, everything in that room is on fire. Everything in that room is becoming consumed. This certainly is not survivable. If those doors are open to the corridors, now all of that heat, all of that smoke is actually coming out into those rooms. We don't want you to have to experience any of this. At about 5-6 minutes coming in, the fire department's going to arrive. It takes them some time to get some things set up. They're going to work with all of their protective equipment on to get inside to try to extinguish that fire. When they arrive on the scene, there's several things that take place simultaneously. They're trying to do a rescue, to get a suppression line, lock down, try to get in there. See, you get so much smoke developed just from this little fire, this little room. Think about that now in a huge building and how that can impact you. Once this fire occurs, it changes people's lives. Even if your stuff wasn't burned in this room, now what if that was in the dorm? That whole building is going to be not be able to be occupied for some time. And what do you do now? How does that impact you? So taking some simple precautions. Review that fire safety checklist that I sent out to you, and take a couple minutes to actually go home and think about that, or go back to your dorm rooms. Once this cools off, we'll let you guys come up a little bit and take a look so you can see actually what it looks like inside, and you can see how fire impacts that. I'd like to thank SUNY Canton for putting this together. Tori Russell was the point on this outstanding environmental health and safety program here. Outstanding job on putting this together. The Canton Fire Department, we appreciate them coming. And most of all, thank you guys in recognizing for coming out and taking the time to hopefully take a little bit away from this today. Thank you very much.